They're playing well. They're entertaining again. They make me want to watch baseball again. Cutter Crawford has a long hitting streak right now. So I think they're worth watching, especially this holiday weekend. Mm-hmm. Pop on the Red Sox 6:40 tonight. Get to watch that if you go out to the fireworks after. So, Tyler, I'd like to bring you into this because Cerrone Battle just said, and again, we just moved the Boston Sports Championship big board here.
I didn't move it much.
But the team to win a championship would be the Celtics. The Bruins are a little bit higher there. Yeah. Then it's the Patriots and the Red Sox.
The Bruins made some moves. They did something. They poked a stick. They did something. I ask you, Tyler, to be unbiased with this because I know you like the Red Sox.
No.
Well, you like baseball.
Sure.
You like baseball. How do you feel about Cerrone's take on who will win a championship first, the Patriots or the Red Sox?
So we first dove into this conversation about a week ago on here. In that board, I know it does have the Patriots ahead. I believe Beetle, McCone, and T-Bone, we all had the Red Sox ahead of the Patriots right now. And the reason I'm going to put the Red Sox ahead is, first off, they're on pace to win 84 games. Last year, they were on pace to win 86 games before they lost Tristan Casas and Jarren Duran. But it's not only what you have going on at the big league level, where what's carrying this team is the young core. It's not veterans. It's not anything like that. You know Rafael Devers is going to be here for the next 10 years. Jarren Duran has become your best player out of nowhere.
He's putting up like Willie Mays-esque
historic numbers right just playing in every facet. And you can go up and down the roster, whether you want to talk about, they don't even have Tristan Casas, who might be the most talented player out of them all. Brian Bayo fully doing what he's doing.
How are they doing on the road?
Very good. They play well on the road, not well at home.
7-1 last 8.
But I think with the Red Sox, it's that young core and what they're doing at the big league level. It's what's coming right now at the AA level, and those guys are all about to be promoted to AAA. You have 3 guys, depending on what outlet you want to talk about. Baseball America has Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, and Kyle Teal as the top 27 prospects in the game. Pipeline has them at top 25. Shout out Christian Campbell, who's also at AA, just made the top 100. You have all these prospects that are right on the verge of joining a young core that's already pushing for playoff contention. And I think you can draw a parallel between the Patriots and Red Sox, right? As the Red Sox couldn't figure out pitching, the Patriots haven't been able to figure out offense. Well, we've seen this year the Red Sox have figured out pitching. We don't know if the Patriots are going to figure out offense yet. We got to see what this new coaching staff can do. Right now, the Red Sox, they're 7th in ERA. You have developed Tanner Houck, a front-of-the-rotation starter, a controllable one that you haven't had in years.
Is that sustainable right now?
Yes, it is sustainable.
It is.
It's not going to be perfect.
Even without making a move, it's sustainable?
Down the stretch this year, I'd say I question it because Tanner Houck and Cutter Crawford have never pitched a full season workload. Right. I think that will impact how they go about the deadline in a big way. But in terms of transforming pitchers and making them successful, especially young ones, you're seeing it. You're seeing the ability to get these guys to take steps forward that Dave Bush never could. So to have a young core that's already performing at the big league level, 3 top prospects that are about to join the big league team in the next year, I don't know how you can't put them ahead of the Patriots. It just seems like they're further on that timeline.
I agree with you, by the way. And it's not about so much what you said. The Red Sox have been the worst team in baseball and then have come back the next year and won a championship.
Exactly.
They've proven it.
There's more parity in the MLB where you could see a team like the 2013 team come out of nowhere and win a championship.
So I think
that doesn't happen in the NFL.
That's the reason. And you make good points. But the reason is, in Major League Baseball, you can play above your head and it can be sustainable. Where in the NFL, it's not, right? There's always another team
going to run into a Patrick Mahomes.
Always.
But even in MLB, right? Like you talk about that 2013 team, what happened the following year? I think you even talk about the 2021 Red Sox, what happened the following couple years. How quickly the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that made the World Series last year with that third wild card, now they're not even in the playoff conversation, right? So I think sustainability, that's where I look at something like Andrew Bailey and what he's doing for the pitching staff. That's sustainable. Young players in that core who are now doing it for multiple years and showing you that they're part of this, that's something you can count on and bet on moving forward. That's the stuff I latch onto because, hey, no matter what you want to say about John Henry spending, I want him to spend. But all these young players, they're not going anywhere. Those big 3 that are coming up, they're going to be here no matter which way you want to frame it.
So you think John Henry blaming the fan for their expectations is right?
No, I don't. John Henry needs to spend money. There's no doubt about it. But whether he likes it or not, and unfortunately it's taken way longer than it should have, you have the young core and you have the prospects here. They're going to be a good team even if John Henry doesn't put his foot on the gas pedal.
You could see Alex Cora leaving too, though, and then they could bring in the wrong guy that doesn't mesh well with the young core. That could set them back.
I would just like to say before Sherman gets away, in the last 5 years, right, John Henry hasn't spent, would you say for the most part? They traded Mookie Betts. Connor Wong's the treasure of that trade. But in the last 5 years, did you know that John Henry has doubled his net worth from $2.6 billion to $5.1 billion? He's not spending.
Well, that's how you double your net worth.
But even with John Henry holding the purse strings, you go back to 2022, even if that's the bare minimum, you barely go over the luxury tax. That's how you want to act these years when you push your chips in. That's still better than, 80% of the league, 70% of the league. You're still spending more than the Guardians, the Rays. That's why that comment about the Red Sox 1-30 and 1-20, it's absolute crap. Because the Red Sox still, you're spending top 10 money in that area. You have an advantage that none of these other franchises have, which makes it even more insulting that they're not willing to be top 5 like they were before 2018.
It's probably right. But what I would say, that's a lot of moving pieces.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things to get a baseball team over the hump. It took the Red Sox 8 decades to do it. It takes a lot of moving pieces. A lot of things got to go right. For a football team to get a championship, you just got to hit on the quarterback. That's it. Your quarterback get hot at the same time another one twists an ankle, Super Bowl. I watched the Cincinnati Bengals be a team with paper bags on their heads, fans with paper bags on their heads my whole life. They got Joe Burrow, Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs couldn't win a thing my whole life, even with Joe Montana. Pat Mahomes, Super Bowls.
Peyton Manning and the Colts.
Peyton Manning. I mean, it took him a while. If it wasn't for Tom Brady, who knows how many he would have won. Just walks in, bad organization, Super Bowl. Drew Brees walks in the door, Super Bowl. New one, bad franchises that never got anything right. Bad ownership groups, Super Bowl. To me, the NFL structure is set up for everybody at the top to fall and everybody at the bottom to pop up. The Patriots, I think, skewed everybody's view of how the NFL dynasties, how they work, making you turn over your roster. But we just watched the Houston Texans go from being a joke their entire existence. They hit on the quarterback. They're one of the Super Bowl favorites, just like that. The Patriots already have, depending on who their opponent's been the last couple of years, like even Mina Kimes, ESPN, all these others, they have a top 5 defense. If the quarterback hits, throw everything else out the window, they're one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. That's all it takes in the NFL because of the way it's built. You can have the best pitcher in baseball, the best hitter. You can have everything right, but so many other things have to go right. Whereas with a football team, the way the NFL structure is now, your quarterback hits. Caleb Williams and the Bears, if he hits, the terrible Bears will be right there in it. That's all it takes.
I like
one
this.
guy.
I like this because both are good arguments. I do think, though, in baseball, it's easier. I think in baseball it is easy.
And the Red Sox have more guys right now on that roster that are showing they can play, and they're doing it at the big league level.
They probably have more high-end talent than the Patriots right now. And Chris Gasper, who I'm not sure if he's joining the guys today or not, thinks they still need to do more for them to become buyers. They still need to do more to become buyers? What else do they got to do? All I'm asking for is them to be consistent. He's not on today. But just be consistent.
It's not Friday, Joe.
I don't even know who's here Friday. I am not here Friday. Anyway, I wish we did this at the beginning of the show.
Well, the truth is, no matter what, needing the Red Sox to do more, they're 6 games over 500 right now. They were 7 games over 500 at the deadline.
But now they're watchable, though. Right? I mean, you've been watching them for years. All we do is crap about how they don't spend, so we don't watch it. It's lazy. It is lazy. But now, we're watching them, and I see them here, and I'm like, maybe they should do a little bit more here. The other thing, too, is since he made those comments in an email, by the way, he was emailing back and forth with somebody. Since he made those comments, they've gone on a run. I don't think they're pitching sustainable, though. I don't.
I think it's workload that's going to be the biggest problem, and they're already trying to do it. That's why Cutter Crawford looked so good last night. And how many pitches did he throw last night?
Was it
72?
72.
They pulled him early. You know why? And this is coming after a shortened start and a rain delay because he's wearing. He's talked about the innings. Tanner Houck is already past his career inning total in any single season. Those are big things that are going to be tough. That's why they need to go get a starting pitcher at the deadline. But I'll tell you right now, this run they went on in the month of June, go back to last year. They went 15-8 in July. They showed up and they played the way they needed to. They had a great month of July last year where they deserved some kind of investment. But John Henry said, hey, too bad. We're not giving you that. We're not, $225 million. Chaim Bloom, we want you to sell. And Chaim told them, I'm not selling. That's why we signed Kenley Jansen and Chris Martin, because we wanted to buy. We wanted to invest. They just
one
weren't willing
quarterback
to.
away, Cerrone.
That's it. You get the quarterback, you don't have to be buyers. They come to you. I want to play. Can I come play for the Patriots? Stephon Diggs, can I go to Texas?
But if you miss, you're cooked.
You miss, right? You miss, but you get to get another one next year. You get to try and get another one.
But how many franchises get in that loop again and again and again?